How's it going, everybody? It's Hackbot Jordan here, coming at you with another video. Today I decided to do something a little bit different, and I'm actually doing a game review on one of my favorite games of all time, the game Dungeon Siege. Now, this game's kind of old. The third game, if you ever played it, I apologize. It is probably my least favorite game in the entire series by far. But if you played it and you enjoyed it, congrats to you. I'm happy for you. I really am. But today, I wanted to do a review of this game. I've been playing this game since, Windows 98 and Windows 2000 XP were like the top of the line. Dated myself, but that's okay. This game is incredible. There's no other game like it out there that I know of. If you know it, please drop it in the comments below. I'd love to play it. Now, Dungeon Siege is a real-time strategy role-playing game that's point and click. Now, it does have really nice features to it. Even though the graphics aren't the best, as you can see, it's customizable to fit a resolution. I have it in 1920 by 1080 right now, running a good solid 1080p. It's on Steam. It's, I think, like maybe $5, maybe $10. I don't remember. It's been a while since I bought it. But you can find it other places. But this game is incredible. You start out as a character, like a humble farmer, and your friend from a long time just got attacked by these creatures known as the Krug. Vile creatures, really. And from that point on, he tasks you to go tell people and relay messages on, and eventually, as cliche as it sounds, save the world. Yeah, it happens. It's a really good storyline that's tried and true. But at the time, it stuck to its metal. All right. Now, the one cool thing about this game is that it really does show a lot about just kind of how everything works. I don't know why that's showing, but anyway. And it's really nice because you can arrange your party in different ways. Right here, like down at the bottom of the screen, we have settings to arrange our party in a formation. So if I select all of them, they line up in the formation that I chose, okay? Including even this and this. That one didn't work as well, but there's a wall in the way. They kind of spread out more. But so that's nice. You can customize every character in terms of how they attack, whether they engage, move freely, or they hold their ground. That's really customizable. Attack freely, defend, hold fire. Target closest, strongest, and weakest. I tend to run all my melee fighters as engage, attack freely, and target strongest because they run in and start hitting things right off the bat. You can get animals in this game too, pack mules that help carry a lot of items. After selecting all of my people, here's the inventories tab. Their pictures are up here so you can tell who's who and what they have in their inventory. As you can see, I have a lot of potions everywhere. I don't know why he doesn't have any potions. I must have forgot. Anyway, I'll move those over as I'm talking. Anyway, as the things highlighted in red that you see are items that the characters cannot equip because their levels are not high enough. That makes it really easy to determine what you can and cannot equip. And it also helps you be able to set some goals on what you want to aim for, what you want to look for, stuff like that. It's really useful. I just pressed K on my keyboard, which is the button to auto arrange inventories. There's a button up here as well for it. Even if I just click on him, this is his inventory. It gives character information up here. I know it's kind of small. I'm sorry about that. His health, his mana, strength, dexterity, intelligence, melee range, nature magic, combat magic, melee damage, range damage, armor rating, and it even gives you kind of a little glimpse of what equipment he's wearing. And as you can see, it's pretty close. That's him right here. So all this stuff, I'm waiting on him to get leveled up so we can use. Won't be too long now. Anything that's blue in the stats is being modified by items that you have equipped. So that's really nice to see what is being adjusted by items. So you can just take a glimpse at that really quick and know what you're looking at. As I tend to run about 5 or 6 melee people. 5 melee people, sorry. There's one that I won't get till later in the game. I mean, I have him, but I'm going to end up getting rid of him because he's not the best. Anyway, we'll talk more about that later. I have another channel for that. I'll link it in the description below. I'll tell you guys about it. This is my mage. What he's mainly doing is combat magic. I'll get a nature magic mage pretty soon for a little while that I'll hang on to. That'll be the party healer. And then I'll run an archer that kind of just sits back. And I'll get her later as well. As you can see, the only thing I modified is the money. There's simple cheat codes you can enter in. You know, it's a little thing down here at the bottom. You know. But I have not leveled everybody up with cheat codes because that's no fun. You don't want to just run in and hit things once and they die. But this game has a long story, and it takes, I think my average playthrough time if I don't explore is like 10 hours, maybe 11. If I explore and find hidden treasures that I know where they're at, and take time to actually look at things, read things, you know, stuff like that, I can stretch my playtime to about 14 to 16 hours. And for somebody who's new to the game, I think when I first played the game to get through it, it took me 32 hours. So this game has plenty of gameplay, like playability. It has replayability because I'm not going to say no item, but some items change. There are some items that are fixed, but for the most part, items that drop get changed with every playthrough, which makes it really interesting so you can see all the items that are there. And that was probably my favorite part about the game. It features another nice thing where numbers 1 through 4 will select these weapons up here for everybody. So like 2, anybody who has anything equipped will move to that. And then also like anything of the spells, which are these 2 on the end, those are 3 and 4. So if I have mages, that's perfect because then I can alternate which spell they're using and arrange it accordingly. Another good thing about this game is that you can arrange your party in a successful way really easily. It's not super difficult by any means. Disclaimer here, normally these items will have names on them on the ground, but I seem to have unchecked a setting on accident, and I don't know which one that is. I'll figure that out later. But I highly recommend this game. The storyline will keep you entertained. It might be a little like something you've probably played before, but if it's a newer game, they stole it from this. It does kind of rip on the idea of Dungeons and Dragons, but for the nerd in me, it was perfectly crafted. Another nice thing, of course, is just the animations. They might seem a bit choppy right now. Partly the recording software. A lot of it's because the game is older. But I highly recommend checking out this game. As you can see, the combat, like all the sound effects, the animations, those colorful little swirly things were my mage using the spell Soul Lance, which does damage to monsters' souls, which is kind of interesting. So, yeah, you get the idea. Basically, in a nutshell, the story is that creatures have been attacking for a very long, like, they've just started really attacking the humans in the map for no real reason that anybody knows of in the general area. You eventually find out that the Grand Mage for, like, the whole realm here Merrick. He's been captured, and his warding staff has been stolen. So you got to go track down him. You got to find his warding staff, and then you find out the cause of why every monster is now attacking everybody and grouping together, and why things are really tense and evil. He basically trapped Merrick, and you'll find out how later in the game. Took his warding staff and used the power of the warding staff and his own magical power to resurrect a lot of things, create an army, and take over the world. Well, take over the land. And you get to the Castle of Ebb, because this is the Kingdom of Ebb, spelled E-H-B. Thought that was creative. And you find that everybody's dead over there, except like the king found a way out, and a couple other people found a way out too. There's people littered here and there. There are towns that are still surviving, and stores where you can buy gear. You can buy weapons, armor, spell books, potions, which is health, mana, and rejuvenation, which does both in one hit. A lot of different spells. Of course, ranged weaponry. There's stores around that sell those things, and so you can go buy them whenever you get to towns. There's treasure to find, there's treasure to sell. And overall, it's a really good party-style game. There is multiplayer for this game. I haven't really played with it much. The time has kind of passed for that. I know there's still some groups out there that play it using, like, I think Tungle or Hamachi, stuff like that, programs like that, and they make it work pretty well, and multiplayer is pretty nice. Dungeon Siege 1 has an expansion, Legends of Orana, and it's gorgeous. It's a step above this game in terms of like items and everything else. It's designed exactly the same, just things look different. Dungeon Siege 2 was designed a little bit different, voice crack, but it's still a really, really good game, and it follows the same storyline. Dungeon Siege 3 follows the storyline, kind of, but way in the future. Like, all the heroes from this game are already dead and kind of, buried in a special tomb. But the gameplay of that one is way subpar. A lot of people complain about Dungeon Siege 1 being kind of really automatic. Like, as you can see, they all just attacked by themselves. I didn't really do a whole lot. All I did was click on one creature to attack, and the rest was history. My party dealt with them. You can use potions by selecting, like, typing H or M on your keyboard, and anybody below like 50% on either of those will use the respective potion. So health and mana, makes sense, right? So that's also useful. Dungeon Siege 2 corrected that problem and giving you more control over the player. And you can also incorporate this playstyle in Dungeon Siege 2. They made that an option, which was brilliant on the game developer's part. And overall, I highly suggest this game and the game series, except for the third one. You can try it if you want, but I do not recommend it. I do have it, I just don't like it. Huge shout out to Gas Powered Games and Microsoft for producing this game way back when. It has given me great memories, and I have loved every second of playing this game. I thank you for watching this video, and I hope you enjoyed it and got some insight on a new game you might go try. You might need some troubleshooting to get it to work, but it is possible. Any questions, you can put them in the comments below, and we'll see if we can figure it out. I can also make a Steam forum for it. But anyways, that's it for this video. Hope you guys join us next time. This has been Hackbot Jordan with another video. See you later, guys.